very thrilled to be here. This is my first SUGCON, so very thrilled to be here. And I wanted to share with you, not as a Sitecore technical expert, but more from the point of view of a user or a marketer. So that's why Sitecore Send Power, bringing seamless marketing campaigns to everyone. So I'm going to speak about myself. I'm Augusto Dávalos, as Martin mentioned. I'm a project manager from Ocean Inc., a gold partner from Sitecore. And it's here where I learned about Sitecore. So I got marveled about Sitecore and all the beauty that can bring to its users. And with Sitecore, I've been more than a year and a half working in it in different sizes of projects, different modules of Sitecore. I'm also a SUG Latam co-founder. We're a group of enthusiasts. Some are technical, some are marketers, that we want to share our knowledge, especially all around Latin America. So now we're trying to expand and consider everyone that we can. And now with Sitecore Send, I started taking a look at Sitecore Send for a project, and I realized it's an amazing platform, very easy to use, almost no code, almost no development needed. So from the point of view of a business user, a marketer, it's pretty nice. It is going to help you with your email campaigns, and it's going to help you build up this relationship with all of your customers. So yeah, here was some of my contact information in case, or we can talk after this talk. So today's agenda, we're going to discuss what is Sitecore Send, what can it do for us or our organizations, and a brief comparison of Sitecore Send and Sitecore EXM, Email Experience Manager, so what currently we have in XM XP. Some final thoughts and some just out of the oven exciting updates. I think it's back in August that these ones came, so we will see about them. So now we're going to see what is Sitecore Send. Does anybody know what Sitecore Send is? Okay, well, good. And do we have here, I don't know, marketers, strategists? Okay, good. Technical people? Okay, good, yeah. Great. Maybe you will take this very easy because it's not much code, as it was in Rodrigo's. So Sitecore Send, Sitecore bought Musend back in May 2021. So now you can find both of them, Musend as a standalone and Sitecore Send within the Sitecore portal, so which is pretty nice. If you want to have a trial, see how Sitecore Send is going to work, you can try Musend. You have a 30-day trial, free of charge, certain limitations, but you can try most of the features, so that's pretty cool. And now we dive into what is Sitecore Send. So Sitecore Send is a cloud-native, API-first platform that helps users with their campaign management. And how does it do that? With state-of-the-art marketing automation features that they're going to reduce your time and costs. So what is, for especially non-technical people, so cloud-native means it was designed software for the cloud. So it's going to work in a way with independent parts called microservices that can be managed with tools such as containers and automation. And then this is going to help us with certain things as benefits, some scalability, cost efficiency, reliability, and faster development. Then we go with API-first platform. So it's like a well-organized recipe book for software. So here it's going to provide clear instructions as APIs on how different parts of the program are working. So an API-first platform guides developers in building software that will communicate efficiently and effectively with other parts, external also to the platform. And then we say state-of-the-art marketing automation. We can see this as a super smart marketing assistant that is going to help us with automated email. We can set up a whole lot of emails ready and then time them when to be sent, or set up some triggers that is going to activate these email campaigns. We can segment our email lists depending also with some rules that we might set up, or we can do this manually. Okay. Let's go with the next. So yeah, what can we do with Sitecore Send? So these are some of the main features and functionalities. So we have email lists and segments. We can create them from zero. So it's very easy, drag and drop to do this. Or we can use templates that Sitecore is going to provide. So it's we're going to see later in a demo how this works. It's very intuitive, very direct to what we want to do. Then we have email campaigns. We can create different types of email campaigns, 5 types of campaigns actually. So we have the regular, we have A/B testing, we have repeatable, RSS, and automation. So we have all these different email campaigns. We will also dive into them in a bit. Then we can create landing pages. So again, from zero or using these templates. And landing pages are very important for marketing campaigns because it's a standalone page that will focus the attention of your visitors, of your subscribers, into what you want them to do, into a call to action. So they won't get lost trying to find out what they were looking for in a whole website, for example. You can personalize these landing pages also to be different for different types of customers. And now we can also create subscription forms. So there are 6 types. Well, Sitecore Send provides 6 types of subscription forms with some templates for them. These are limited templates, so it's not infinite that you have. Of course, everything is at one module, Sitecore Send. And these types of forms, you can be either inline, it can be pop-ups, so it gives you some variety to work on. And then we have reports. So it's always good to measure what we're doing, to know if we're doing it right, or if we can improve. So that's pretty good. So regarding email campaigns, sometimes people might say there was some discussion a couple of years ago, in how many years are we going to still using email campaigns? But actually, for every $1 invested in an email campaign, the return was $36. This was back in 2022 with this guide of email marketing ROI. And the interesting thing is that with another report that was published in 2021 with the Radicati group, is that by 2025 there will be 4.5 billion email users. So it's growing. It's a really direct way to contact our subscribers. And we can personalize them once they have subscribed to our email. So let's take a look at Sitecore Send. So once you start Sitecore Send in your computer, the first time you get to this onboarding dashboard. Here you have the steps. That's what I mean. It's pretty straightforward. You have the steps to follow. First, you're going to create your email list. You can import your subscribers, or you can add them manually. Then you set up your from or name email, and then you create your first campaign. So then you can dive right away. Then once you've created your first campaign and sent it, you will have this dashboard, which is the main dashboard. It has 3 parts. One, it will show you your last campaign. So here you will have information like when it was delivered, what's the type of campaign. I know it doesn't read here, but it's what's the type, what's the email list or segment that you're using. That's weird. Here I see it, but there we can see the whole thing. Well, it's a pie here that you will see the percentage of open emails or not open or bounced emails. It'll show you in totals and percentages also the recipients, opens, unsubscribes also, and a small thumbnail of your email campaign. That's the first section. The second section will show you a summary of all the campaigns that you've sent. Same here. total number of opens, total number of subscribers, unsubscribers, top lists, top campaigns, top links that people will be clicking on. And the third part is revenues. So you have revenues metrics. For this, you need to select or enable whenever you send a campaign to track revenues. And you also need to install tracking in your website for revenues. So that way you will be able to see how much money you're actually making with this campaign. So that's pretty awesome. The third dashboard is about email listings. Here it will show you what are the active subscribers, if they've unsubscribed, through time, if they have growth or you have lost email subscribers. What else? And also you will get here the source of your subscribers. You have either manually entered them, they have been subscribed from a browser, from your mobile. So now let's start how to set up an email list or segment, yeah? So this is the landing page of this demo, that it was a test for Ocean. It's showing me my latest campaign, and here when you go to growth tools, you select and you create a new email list or edit an existing one. You get the email dashboard. Then here you will see all your members. Here you can add tags to each of the members manually, or they will come with your subscription. You can add members one by one, as I mentioned, or you can do them by bulk. So you can import a list, a CSV file. You can archive. These are some bulk actions that you can do. So unsubscribe, delete, or copy members from another email list when you're creating another one. Here you set up settings for your email lists. What URL should they visit when they click on unsubscribe? And your opt-in settings. So to be compliant with GDPR, you select a strong double opt-in, which means they need to accept that you're going to be sending them emails to be considered part of this email. The other two is single opt-in. You don't ask them for their permission, you just send them their emails. And soft double opt-in, you ask them, but if they say no, you still send them the email. So it's, yeah, usually for GDPR, you go with strong double opt-in. And then you can create custom fields for these email lists. For example, I created this one about age. It's very intuitive. I created it with a single select dropdown with some ranges of age. That way later, when I want to create some segments, I can either use the templates that Sitecore has provided. So we have different types of double opt-in. I want just a segment of double opt-in to send them specific emails, or some that have clicked on a specific link from one campaign. Or eventually I can create one, so you can create custom templates. You can say, okay, from this custom field, if they select this specific range of age, I want them to be part of this segment. So now we're going to see how to create an email campaign. So regular campaign setup. So I did say we have 5 types of campaigns. The regular one, we're going to follow it from the beginning till the end. The other ones, we're just going to see what's different about them. So in this one, well, this is the campaign dashboard, let's say, or landing page. Here you will select a new, and you would go to start your new campaign. Again, you have these really nice steps, straightforward, very easy to go through. You have to set the basic settings, so like name of your campaign, your subject line. Remember, it's very important, the subject line. A preview text if you want, then some information about who's sending that email, where they want to reply. And down here, you select if you want, how you want to track this email list or email campaign. So you can track it with Google Analytics. And also here you have the track your campaign revenues. It's very intuitive. As you can see here, it's going to show, for example, the from name, what are we talking about, the subject line, what is it, the preview text, what is it. So it's very intuitive. Then we go to the next step, which is choosing an email list. You have your email list. You will select them and add them to your, you can add more than one email list for this campaign. Then we will go with our design. Also in the demo, we're going to see this more in depth. You can either select one of the templates that on the campaign builder that Sitecore has provided, or you can start from zero on a white canvas, and you can start adding layouts and components in that one to be sent, or you can also import it with your HTML or from a file. Then you have, you can schedule when to send this campaign. You can send it right away, or you can schedule at a specific time to be sent. At this point, you can send a test email to see how it looks and feels. And also you can run a spam test, which is a pretty good tool that it will test in certain email providers, so Gmail, Hotmail, Outlook, AOL, and a couple more. And it'll say what's the probability it's going to bounce. So what's the probability it's going to go through the spam filters. Then we have the final step for this email campaign. You get to the preview. Here you have a bunch of checklists. If everything is green, everything is good to go. If you find red cross items, you can address them directly. They have their links directly there. So it's, and you can see here your campaign, your preview of your campaign. Again, from this step, you can either send a test email, test for spam. You can save and exit to start working on this again later, or you can send or schedule your campaign. Once you've sent your campaign, you have this button, which is very good, should be also in Outlook every time, in case you clicked on send and you didn't want to send your campaign. So you have 30 seconds to back up, about 30 seconds, and it's like cancel sending, so you're safe if you didn't want to send your campaign. And then you can select to share it on either on social media or with a link. That was the regular campaign. To go with the A/B testing. So for A/B testing, we can test only 2 variants here with email campaigns. And we can test them in the subject line, in the from, like who's sending that email, and also the content. So this case, yeah, sorry, it doesn't look very good. Can we lower a bit the lights, or no? Just if it's possible. So in this case, we have subject line. You select either subject line, content, or from name. In the case of a subject line, you have 2 subject lines to enter to check and start testing it. In the case of the content, you will have 2 designs, either to design them, to upload them, or to start from 0. And also the from name, you have 2 email addresses that you're going to be sending this, and see which one is more catchy from your subscribers. Then you set up your A/B testing. You select the percentage of the subscribers you're going to send this email campaign, how many you want them to be part of these tests, how you will define which is the winning version. So it's either by unique opens or unique clicks. And how long it's going to run this test. Minimum 1 hour, maximum 24 hours. And then you just send that campaign. Now we have the repeatable campaign. So the repeatable campaign is a campaign that automatically gets content from a designated website. So you enter your content URL, where it's going to come, that content. And later you set up the recurrence, how often you want to send this information. And you have your RSS campaign, which is an email campaign that gets content from an RSS feed. You also set up your URL of your RSS feed. You can also validate that it's working. And then you can send it periodically. One thing for the RSS, if you realize here you have also design. Here you do not have design of the email campaign. For the RSS design, you can either use the campaign editor and add a layout where it will come out the RSS feed, or you can go to, or you can create your own HTML design with the required RSS tags. Then you set the recurrence, daily, weekly, monthly. And you send the campaign. Then you have your automation campaigns. You can either use one of the recipes that Sitecore provides, or you can set up your own recipes. So in this case, you start with a trigger. You can select, okay, I want a trigger to be when somebody opens any campaign, or where somebody clicks on a certain link, or it gives you a couple of options here. Sorry. You can also, for example, set up when somebody unsubscribes from a list, I want to send him an email to convince him to come back. Then you select what are the actions. So you have conditional steps, also like split of a flow, waiting times, or you have the actions, which is to actually send an email campaign, subscribe someone to a list, unsubscribe someone to a list. This is one recipe that is available there, for example, re-engaging an email based on weather. So you can set up, it's going to connect to a weather page, and it's going to get, once you click a link on your campaign, it's going to wait for some time. You can set it up, the amount of time that you want. Then it's going to go and check the weather conditions, and I don't know, if it's sunny, it's going to send you products for a sunny day. If it's raining, it's going to send you products for a rainy day. And here you will see what tasks are pending. So for example, here I haven't added what campaign is going to be sent here. So you will get all the errors here. Also that way you can see what you're missing or what you need to change. Now we're going to go with how do we create landing pages. So it's very concise, very robust, almost the same way you create campaigns, you create landing pages. So you get your basic settings. You also add your SEO settings, like the page title, meta description. You can upload your favicon. Then you work on your design. Here for landing pages, you can only design your page here. You cannot import an HTML. Then you can define which social media you want to share. This is optional. You don't have to share it, but you can share it either in Facebook or Twitter. Then it's important to track your conversions. You define when someone submits a form or when somebody clicks on a button. You can decide if you want to have a cookie consent. I think everybody should have a cookie consent, but it's optional here. Then you track with analytics, with Google Analytics or Facebook Pixel. If you select either one, you will add some information. In the case, for example, of Google Analytics, you need to add your Google tag ID. And then you choose how you're going to publish this landing page. You either publish it to your website. It creates here. You got your path, and you got your URL here. Or it's an embedded or published to external platforms. Again, you get a summary, like the preview on your email campaigns, and then you can decide, okay, let's publish it or not yet. Regarding subscription forms, as I mentioned, we have 6 types of subscription forms. Here you see you have the pop-up, the inline, the floating bar on top. So this depends on what are your interests on your form. How do you want it to be displayed? You also have a floating box, a full screen, or a promotional pop-up. So you got some basic settings, the name. Then you get to choose a design. These are more limited designs for these subscription forms, and it also depends on the type of form you chose. Then you set your visibility settings. This one also depends on the type of form you selected. Some do need to copy and paste this snippet, for example, in your web page. Some are more of triggers. Okay, once somebody accesses a specific page or clicks on a specific link, you will wait this amount of time before showing the pop-up. For example, this is the pop-up form. Then you will choose publishing methods, like we did with the landing page. And finally, you get your summary, and you got your newsletter back here. About reports, this depends on the subscription that you get. What I mean is, all subscriptions will get the template reports available. So they will show you, as I mentioned, campaign performance. If you enable revenues, it'll show you revenues, how your email lists are performing. But there's also the option to have customized reports where you will select different widgets depending on what you need. So that one is more of an upgrade. I think it's starting from a business account, you can get that one. So this is one example of the template reports that is showing you. So you see you got recipients opened, percentage of unsubscribers, through time also to see what happened. If it's an A/B test, you will see what happened with the campaign, the number of people that open each one of your variants, and also it will show you who won. Then you can also track links, and you can set up here. So you say edit, and you want to track how many people are, what are the links that you want to set up? You want to track, I'm sorry. Here you're tracking your email clients and devices. So it's, let's say, here it's 38% are using Internet Explorer in this case, in this campaign that we tried. This is what you will see if you select a custom report. So you see you have the, well, it's not very nice here, but you can see these are, each of these are widgets that you can select, and based on campaigns, mailing lists, website analytics, senders, or growth tools. And now we can go with a quick demo. So you can see it's pretty easy to work. Let me see how it was this, 1 second. That's why I recorded. There it is. No, it's working. So this is a landing page. I'm going to do the demo on Moosend for you to see. So this is an account that I opened so we can have this demo. So this is the home page that we arrive. As I mentioned, we have here first the last campaign that I sent. Here I have a summary of the different campaigns that I've used, some of the links. Then I deselect this. Let me just close this so I don't get any distractions here. Perfect. Okay. So let's create a regular campaign. Okay. So we go here, new, regular campaign. We can set up campaign name. So it is SUGCON Na-2023 subject line blast. Okay. Then we can define, okay, I want to track analytics or not, who they want to reply. I select my email, from whom. So Augusto is going to be sending this email. We go next. We select an email list. So we can say, okay, I'm going to send this to Hot Leads and Sublatam. If you have people, the same people or same subscribers in different email lists, it's going to send them just once, the email campaign. It's not going to be sending them both, just in case. And here we can access, here you have the design. So you have custom design templates. Let's say I want to go with the, or import a campaign. So if I want to import the campaign, I have here the link, import via a file, or we can copy and paste your HTML here, and you will add the personalization tags wherever you want. Custom design template, let's take a look. This one. So you see you have quite a lot of templates that you can choose of, quite a bunch. Or you can select a white canvas and you can create from scratch. So let's say I'm going to go with this one, Halloween, since it's close. And we have it here. So on the left, you see you have some layouts that I want to add. So in case I want to add a specific section, you just drag and drop. Here you can select what you want to add, an image, text, button. I think it's pretty similar to Personalize and other modules from Sitecore, so it's very intuitive. You can also take a look how it's going to look as a mobile and as a desktop for design. Later on, when you have a preview, you can also add a tablet, how it's going to look, and edit how it's going to feel. Then, for example, if I want to change, you just click on the object, then you can edit the color, the URL link, where the image is coming, so you want to change the image. Here, it'll depend if you have Sitecore Dem or a direct link or directly from your local storage, so you can select here. So let's say, for example, on Splash, you can select any of these images. And you just add it and see how it looks. So okay, this one is too big, so then you change it, no problem. You have the undo button. Undo. Okay, there we go. Here you can send it, also send a test to see how this looks and feels. So it's pretty, you can on the spot see how it's gonna be and define if, okay, that's a pretty good email that I wanna send. You just save it, go to the next step. Then you can define, as I mentioned, you wanna send it now, send it later. You can also define, if somebody hasn't opened your email, I wanna send it again after, I don't know, 1 day. And I can set up a new subject line saying, like, hey, you forgot to open this email. Please open it. So here, as I mentioned, you have all these checklists with the information. You can also access it directly with the steps, or you can also, with the format here, with the edit links that you have on the right. So let me show you how it works when you import a campaign. So let's say I go here, I paste the campaign here, import. There you go. So you got your campaign. You can define you can see what's in it. You can add personalization tags. And then eventually you can either save, send it. So let's go jump to the preview. At the end, and let's say, okay, I'm gonna send it. So I send the email campaign. Again, I have these 30 seconds to cancel the sending if I made it by mistake, or I can just keep it there. Okay, and save and exit. Save and exit, okay. So that's a normal, a regular campaign. Let me go back to, okay. Okay, and then let me do this. Okay, so now it's working. No, it's not working. Okay, there we go. So now let's see what's the difference, or what's the comparison between Sitecore Send and Email Experience Manager. So Sitecore Send is a plug and play, almost no code needed. I think I needed some assistance from a colleague, Vladimir, how to set up DNS. But it was like half an hour of his time, of course. For me, it might take a couple of days. But so it was pretty straightforward, his help. In the case of Sitecore EXM, it needs significant developer's effort to set it up. Sitecore Send is cloud native. Sitecore EXM is a feature of XP, and it needs to go along with the experience database. Sitecore Send can work with any CMS or CRM system. So it's headless, it's modular, that's one thing. Sitecore EXM works with Sitecore XP. So, but that's one thing. Sitecore Send has some limitations to forms, to automation, because it's not working with XP, which is a huge in analytics, in different landing pages, creation forms. So you have all this strong backup from XP on EXM. And then Sitecore Send, everything is there on one place. Sitecore EXM, you have to go to forms to set up the forms. You have to go to marketing automation to set up marketing automation, to experience optimization to set up some personalization factors, and then analytics. So those are the things that you can compare. It's not one is better than the other one, is more which one is better for your organization. some final thoughts. I think we're on time. So final thoughts. So Sitecore is a powerful standalone. So Sitecore Send, powerful standalone cloud email marketing solution with robust segmentation, personalization, and automation capabilities. So it makes it suitable for a wide range of organizations. It's a plug-and-play platform. It's very user-friendly. So you saw it's easy to use. It will reduce your time and efforts and costs so to reach your customers. It'll be effective and continuous communication that is going to build up this relationship with your customers. It will be an improvement on your ROI. You can measure it through reports. And it'll boost definitely your sales because it's so easy. It's faster time to market. So choosing, as I mentioned before, choosing between Sitecore Send and EXM, it'll depend on your specific requirements and your Sitecore ecosystem. So if you don't have Sitecore, I would say, yeah, if you are looking for a tool to send some marketing campaigns, this is the tool. If you have Sitecore, then you need to evaluate what's the depth you want to go in personalization, size of landing pages, forms, etc. And then some updates that just came out for Sitecore Send. So we can see that Sitecore Send now is on Cloud Portal. So it's seamless switching between the different modules that are in Portal. We have Sitecore Send and Sitecore Content Hub DAM integration. So when I open the media that I want to add to my email campaigns, it's directly connected to your Content Hub. Sitecore Send and Connect integration. So now we have this option to even connect to a diverse array of external applications. We have Sitecore Send. It's now certified in CSA, so it's Certified Senders Alliance. The objectives of this certification is to enhance the deliverability of your emails, so making sure that it goes beyond the spam filters and it actually reaches your subscribers. Now it's responsive for mobile, so you can work not only from your laptop, you can work it from your mobile, send an email campaign from your mobile. So it's very responsive, and if you have it with Sitecore DAM, it's pretty easy to upload, select what you need from your media, and send it. And this is one final feature. I think this morning they were on the keynotes speaking about automated audience discovery, which is a very interesting tool making use of AI. So it's a tool that supports creating segments from your email list campaigns automatically based on the tracking that Sitecore Send is having on your users. So depending on their behavior, it's going to define, okay, this person is likely to become a lead. So we're going to move them to this other segment and maybe even send an email campaign to these specific segments. Something like lead scoring could be a thing, but driven by AI. Okay, any questions?
I'll probably add something to your speech. So as you fairly mentioned, with Sitecore Connect, you can integrate Sitecore Send with whichever external thing you may have, whichever is supported by Connect. But how about integrating with Sitecore products? So with Personalize and CDP, you can even increase the amount of personalization, because as we saw here, we have some limitations that, as I mentioned, EXM don't have. But if we connect Sitecore Send with CDP and Personalize, this expands. As a standalone, it has limitations, but if we connect with other Sitecore products, we have everything in the portal, and it's going to expand our limits way beyond what we need. I'll probably add a ready-to-use recipe, because if you would like to get it with CDP, you can use the audience sync feature in CDP so that you can export a segment. You can do that, for example, on a regular basis, say daily. The key point here is that you need to set it up as a batch webhook, so that it lets you to provide a URL, and if you provide a URL for calling a webhook, that will be actually a Sitecore Send API endpoint, and that's how it works together. With Personalize, you can also do, but unlike CDP, which operates in a scheduled manner, Personalize operates in real time using the stack triggered experience, which is triggered by an event in Personalize. So that's that's also an option. You can also use it with XMXP platforms.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like all of that is.
It can connect to any CMS, any CRM system. So yeah, it's headless, it's modular, so you can work on that.
You might have answered already with the webhooks thing.
I'm sorry, could you?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
So it might have been answered already with the webhooks. So in Sitecore XP, you can create a campaign and you get a campaign link that then you can utilize that to do personalization in XP based on whether or not they triggered that campaign or not. Does Sitecore Send have something similar to that?
Well, like I said, I was more on not on the technical side. You can see for further detail in the documentation from Sitecore, but you get at the end, when you send your email campaign, you get the URL of the campaign. So you can use that one. The one that I had share to the media library, you got there the URL, so that one, yep.
Hi, for Sitecore XP, if you want Sitecore Send features, you're really using MoonSend, correct? Is that what you said at the beginning?
Well, you can use, they are both from Sitecore,
right.
And they are both modular on the cloud, so you can use it. The thing is, if you have Sitecore, you have everything within your Sitecore, let's say,
right.
portfolio. And if you go with MoonSend, as you saw, it says by Sitecore, through an API, it's going to work perfectly also.
I'll probably explain it in more detail. So Sitecore Send is white label MoonSend, right? Yeah. So that's how you get it. That's how you access the product. But if you are on a partner side, you can go to the demo portal, spin it up, and you'll get Sitecore Send as a part of this offering. Okay. So it will be branded as Sitecore Send. But that's the same, actually.
The only difference is with Sitecore Send, you will have the audience, the final update. With MoonSend, you don't have that one. Yeah, that one you don't have.
Also, is there a plan to sunset EXM? Is there a plan to sunset EXM?
That I wouldn't know. But
okay.
Maybe Martin, you know that? Martin knows that maybe.
Should I answer that?
Yes, please. Yeah, that one I didn't know.
No, EXM will likely to stay with XP platform. So I haven't heard any plans for sunsetting it, but I am Sitecore MVP. I do not belong to Sitecore. I think I know a person who can answer that. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Hey guys, Yanis here, founder of MoonSend and former CEO, VP of Engineering now at Sitecore. There isn't a plan to sunset EXM. We're still selling our on-premise suite of products, EXM being one of them, the same way we're selling XP and XM, so no plans right now.